Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the big old deal? It's your boy Kelly Flicks, and we back with some more HBCU football, man. I've been gone for a little bit, but hello, the boy is back, man. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. D1 football, D2 football. A coach just got fired like a couple hours ago. Edward Waters don't got no coach as I speak. I guess he got an interim. Temporary, not permanent. So they got something, but I mean, come on, man. SWAC Media Day was yesterday. So we're gonna get into that. We got film to watch, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. We got some film to watch. We're gonna watch a couple spring games, spring practices, because I've been gone for a minute, dog. We gotta get an update. You know, we got Mike Vick at Norfolk State now. Sheesh. We got Deshaun Jackson at Delaware State. I mean, the MEAC is officially jumping. Prairie View A&M got Tremaine Jackson down there coaching. Got a lot to say about the boy. I sure do. But they had a lot to say during this offseason. Just popping it, popping it, popping it, popping it. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Tremaine Jackson doesn't have the best season in year one at the place he's been at. Not at Mesa, not at Valdosta either. All right, so I mean, it's a lot of wolf tickets being sold. We gonna see if we can deliver on them wolf tickets, right? That's all I'm thinking about when I be seeing Coach Jackson talking. Like, I get you. You know, the SWAC is wide open, but are you gonna be that guy? Like, are you gonna be him? Ain't no more. Stay tuned, man. We back. Ain't no more. Stay tuned. Let me check my levels. If my levels straight, we gonna get it going, get it cracking like I always do. Yeah, we straight. We super straight. So we're gonna get into this Toriano Morgan business. HBCU game day. HBCU game day just came out with a whole article saying that the boy has resigned. Coach Morgan has resigned. So let's before we get into all that though, I'm jumping the gun. Before we get on to that, we're gonna listen into so I guess Toriano Morgan was at SIC Media Day like literally 24 hours ago. And now he's no longer the coach. So these are his last words.
Team also in Atlanta today for the SIAC Media Day. Head coach Toriano Morgan brought running back Brady Tillman and defensive end Tyrese Williams. Now the Tigers, they start the season on August 30th at Savannah State University. Each year, every team has a different motto for the season. So we asked Coach Morgan what the Tigers slogan will be this year.
You guys want to tell him it's restore.
Hold on, before you say this, man. Look, man, the fact that you got to have a new team motto every year don't really sound like program building. I'm not gonna lie. If every year you got to come up with a new motto, that just means last year motto ain't work. So we're gonna try another one, and we're gonna keep trying them until we get to the bottom of this. But here's a new. Well, this ain't even a new. This ain't a new saying no more. It used to be.
This year.
You guys want to tell him it's restoring order. Restoring order. We had some very good seasons where we had some success, and then we were able to possibly we took a step back from that. Now it's time to restore the order, to do the things that got us back to our winning season, and make sure that those things are implemented. Overemphasize things that we know from a culture standpoint, a brotherhood standpoint, to translate that into the X's and O's and get wins in during the season on the field.
All right, so that was it. It was super short. I want to see HBCU game. They got an article though. Let's take a look at it. We'll look at Norfolk State roster later. Okay, HBCU game day. Edward Waters. Here we go. HBCU legend steps in as interim head coach. All right, this is what we got right here. So, Edward Waters, effective immediately. I think that's the thing that really got me, y'all. The fact that Coach Morgan has been fired effective immediately. What time is this article posted at? I don't even say what time it's posted at. On Twitter, though, it says about an hour ago. That's 9 p.m. Western time. Like, that's damn near midnight. They fired the boy in the middle of the night. Come on, man. Come on. The night after SIAC, they fire him. All right. So HBCU Edward Waters. Let me see. Edward Waters University has announced an appointment of Brian Jenkins as interim head football coach, effective immediately. Okay, the season starts in like 3 weeks. Jenkins has served as associate head coach and offensive coordinator for the Tigers since 2021. Okay. Veteran leader with more than 2 decades of collegiate college experience. Jenkins is a seasoned figure in HBCU football with a proven championship pedigree from 2010 to 2014. Jenkins served as head coach at Bethune-Cookman University, where he guided the Wildcats to 4. Okay. They went to 4 MEAC championships under this dude. They had 3 NCAA FCS playoff appearances under Jenkins. And they was 46-14 under Jenkins. I ain't gonna lie, that means something. Nah, that means something. The boy low-key cooking. That means something. So, really what I'm seeing out of this, I mean, interim coach is interim coach. You can't do too much with it, right? There's only so much that you can do with this type of, like, information. I think my thing froze. But here's the thing to me. Here's the thing to me. How many games do you expect to win if you are Edward Waters? How many games? Like, how many games? How many games are we thinking, right? How many games do you think you're going to win if you're Edward Waters and you have a new head coach right before the season? There's 1 or 2 ways I could go with this. Number 1, he made some type of mistake last minute, and he got the boot. I don't know what he did. He had to do something. There's no reason for a president to fire you a couple weeks before training camp, unless you messed up. I can't really say anything else, any other way than it happened. Then I mean, compliance maybe, a lawsuit. Those are the type of things that get you fired on the spot. He got fired on the spot. Whatever he did, he got fired on the spot for this. This wasn't no like, oh, okay, we've been thinking about it now finally. If I didn't like you before SIAC Media Day, I wasn't going to send you to SIAC Media Day. They sent him. He was an ambassador for the college for the entire day. And when he got home, he got his release papers. When he got home, they cut my boy. They had him turn in the iPad. So for Edward Waters, let's go ahead and look at the schedule, man. Can I look at the schedule real quick? All right, we're going to go through and see how many games we think Edward Waters is going to win since they fired their coach a couple weeks before the season. Let's see what they got. Okay, so, not 2024, buddy. There we go. All right. So their schedule's up. Okay, so here we go with Edward Waters. We got Savannah State up first. It's a 50-50 game. I'll get to Savannah State, though. Let's go 0-1. Let's just count the wins. They play Miles College. They could beat Miles. I think Miles is going to be a punching bag this year. They lost everybody to Alabama A&M. Can't see them doing too much. That's a win. Virginia Union, lost. Bethune-Cookman, lost. Morehouse. Go ahead and win that game. I got that as a win for Edward Waters. Kentucky State, nah. Benedict, nah. Benedict's defense. You'll see they got about maybe 4 or 5 players on all SIAC defensive players. A couple D linemen in there. And they have a linebacker that's the defensive player of the year in SIAC preseason. So watch out for Benedict, right? But, yeah, I don't think Edward Waters is ready for that. Clark Atlanta, that's another L. Central State, that's a win. Allen, that's a win. So I got Allen, Central State, Morehouse, and Miles. That's around 4 wins. Last week, I hopped on No Chill Sports, and I said that if Edward Waters can win around 7 games, that would be good, or, potentially over 500, that would be good. I think if this Edward Waters team can stay over 500 this season, this gives Brian Jenkins a job. Straight up. I think this gives Jenkins the job. This is a fairly easy SIAC schedule. But if you can prove that you're capable of Edward Waters, I think he'll get that extension. Are there other candidates that could be better? Possibly. But when you look at the pedigree that you got with Brian Jenkins, and the fact that he's already on the staff is a blessing in and of itself. But when you think about the pedigree of this guy, I read through the stuff. What he did at Bethune-Cookman is noteworthy. It really is. Taking them to the FCS playoffs 3 times. You look at Bethune-Cookman now, they are a long ways from that. Not even close, man. That's probably seemed like that was 40 years ago, if you're a Bethune-Cookman fan. He was part of those big glory days, and it was in Florida. So you gotta think that he still understands how to recruit the area. You gotta think that he knows the region very well. He's been there about 15 years at this point, probably even more, 15 years coaching wise. I think that this could be actually a very good match. But there has been a name thrown into the pot. Shout out to my boy Kendrick. There has been a name thrown into the pot. If y'all don't know, there's a man in Florida right now that coached high school. Coached high school this past year. And he was suspended by his high school, Miami Northwestern, and is now currently on the market looking to be a head coach somewhere. Well, Edward Waters. We got to put our bid in for Teddy Bridgewater, don't we? If we don't go after Teddy Bridgewater, if we don't even at least put it in his ear that we're interested in him coming in and changing our program, what are we doing? Like, who are we looking for? Like the Faison. Who are we looking for? If Teddy Bridgewater is not on your short list, I would like to know who is. I mean, honestly, if he's not, you should make this short list public so that everybody can prepare themselves for disappointment. This got to be the guy. In 1 year at Miami Northwestern, Teddy Bridgewater took this team all the way to a championship. And we've learned more and more from Teddy B since these accusations have come out against him. Right? We've learned that Teddy Bridgewater has been giving money to this school for about 10 years, 12 years now. He said that he was an undercover booster in 2015 and 2016. He said he was a coach from the stands. He was a booster from the stands long before he was head coach on the sideline. And he said that in talking about Miami Northwestern that he would go back to doing that if that makes it easier for him. Look, brother, I got a school right here that you could just dump as much money as you want to. They're not going to ask no questions. Dr. Faison will probably walk you through everything you need to know. Dr. Faison, the president of Edward Waters, wants to win probably more than 80% of the presidents in the conference in the SIAC. He at least shows it. These other guys don't want to hop on social media. They too cool for school. You know, they just want to sit in their bleachers with their umbrellas and they nice shaded seats or sit in a booth. Dr. Faison out here in the trenches with it. And to me, I think Dr. Faison been seeing Teddy Bridgewater and this whole thing going on. He's a football guy. Dr. Faison's a football guy. He's in Florida. One of the biggest stories in Florida, other than Alligator Alcatraz, is Teddy Bridgewater. Everybody's got eyes on him. And any school looking for a coach definitely has eyes on him. So what could Teddy Bridgewater to Edward Waters really look like? Well, I couldn't see him being at Edward Waters very long. I'll say that number one. I don't think that he would be at Edward Waters. He would be a legacy guy. Can't see it. I think Teddy Bridgewater has a very bright career as a play caller. I think he'll end up being an offensive coordinator in the NFL, probably sooner than later. Maybe even mimicking Byron Leftwich's transition into coaching. Right? We saw he ended up being the offensive coordinator at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Former, I want to say he was all-pro. It's all-pro in my mind, though. Byron Leftwich, what a guy. I could see Teddy Bridgewater taking that same trajectory when you talk about what is he going to be as a college football coach. Edward Waters, for instance, when they began their program when they kicked off their football program in COVID in 2021, when Edward Waters went up to Jackson, Mississippi to play the Tigers and Deion Sanders, they took a big loss. But that was the beginning of this program. Since then, the program has, with city and state funding, built a $2.1 million stadium. They've begun to transition into an upper echelon athletically, right? When you leave the NAIA and you join the NCAA, you join an upper echelon of collegiate sports. I'm sorry. NAIA, nothing like Division II football, nothing like Division III football, nothing like Division I football. They play by a different set of rules. Like, for instance, in the NAIA, you could be ineligible for like the first 2 months or a month of the season, not get caught, and play games against people and then get declared ineligible after the season. But as a player that was playing legally, you would have been playing against an illegal player for a month. Is that fair to anybody? See, these type of things don't happen in the NCAA. It's a thing called compliance in the NCAA. Everybody on that field is clear to play on that field. There are no ifs or ands or buts or about it. It's pretty straight up and down. So I like Teddy Bridgewater to Edward Waters. If that's the plan, if that's what we doing, y'all, like if that's what we doing, I like the plan. I feel like Edward Waters could use a spark like that. And maybe it comes at the end of the season, towards next season. I'm totally fine with that. I feel like in a world of college football where we are always looking to stay on top or what's the next hottest thing, the only thing the SIAC conference is missing when it comes to hiring these different coaches, they're hiring tons of former players, but they aren't hiring fairly recent players. They aren't doing it. Right, we seen some young guys. We got Huggins up there, but none of these colleges have gone for the splash pick. We saw Morehouse float around Ray Lewis's name. We saw Ed Reed's name get floated around at Morehouse also, along with a couple other schools. I hope soon we'll hear Teddy Bridgewater's name floated around these schools. But these SIAC schools do not bite on the celebrity coaches. SWAC schools, yeah, they'll do it. MEAC schools have proven they do it too. Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson, I do it too, bro. I don't think it's a bad idea. But the SIAC does not play that way. They don't get down that way, which is super interesting when you know some of these schools are in flux when it comes to football, and they're stuck in that middle area of that, 6th or 7th best team. There's a bunch of teams in there. How do you push forward and poke through to make yourself known as one of the top 3 teams, like Albany, Tuskegee? Why am I drawing a blank on the last one? Albany, Tuskegee. Hold on just a second, y'all. How could you? My top 3 teams in the SIAC, as I said about a week ago. Albany, Tuskegee. Oh, and Clark Atlanta, man. Of course, Clark Atlanta. All right. Well, we'll get into another school that's pretty interesting. We got Savannah State. They talking at their media day. Let's see what Savannah State got to say. This is usually one of the quietest programs when it comes to off-season stuff.
The Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference is underway in Macon, featuring the Savannah State Tigers. WJCL 22 News' Dave Williams reports from Macon with more on their hopes for next season.
As the new college football season draws near, every team has that sense of renewed hope, and the Savannah State Tigers, well, they're no different in that. And here Tuesday in Macon at SIAC Media Days, the Tigers were expressing optimism that they can improve upon last year's 5-5 campaign.
Yeah, 5-5 was an okay season for us. We know we left a lot of games out there, right, that we could have won. And so that's been our focus this summer. And I think that we've got a pretty good club. We'll know more once we get them out there and get them really going. but we're pretty optimistic about what we're able to achieve.
And the expectations conference-wide for the Tigers this year seems to be lukewarm at best. The predicted order of finish has Savannah State finishing 6th in the conference this season.
Like we've been hearing, we're a dark horse. We're ranked 6th, so I think we beat a lot.
All right. At what point are we going to be real about Savannah State? Coach Kelton been there 3 years. Supposedly, Eric Gilbert is supposed to be on this roster. If you don't know, Eric Gilbert was a former tight end at LSU. He got in some trouble, transferred up to Nebraska, didn't play at all, and we haven't really heard his name since. So apparently he is at Savannah State. Not sure if he just committed on social media and never showed up. But we haven't seen any workout videos at Savannah State. We haven't seen nobody post no pictures of the man. I mean, he's about 6'5", 250 pounds, man. Like, if you see him on campus, you're going to be like, oh, wow, look at who's that guy, right? We haven't seen any of that. So he's supposed to be on this team. But Savannah State has severely underperformed for the past 3 years. There was once a time where this Savannah State team was Division I. Like Division I, like playing FAMU and Jackson State every week. Now you're struggling with Allen University. No offense to Allen, but I could tell some of my homies about Allen University. They couldn't tell me what state, what region, or what country that university is in. And Savannah State is struggling with them. This team used to be a powerhouse. You used to be somebody. But look now, though. Look how far we've come. At this point, I think that Coach Kelton is coaching for his job. I mean, 5 wins was never good enough. You kind of had the excuse your first year where you play against Benedict and Tennisberry and they just beating everybody ass. You know, you part ass whooping. Look, you can't do too much about that. You know, sometimes when the bully is on a roll, you got to just, hey, man, get out the way. You know what I mean? Protect your face. But Coach Berry's been gone. At what point is Savannah State going to take this next step? They play all of the top teams very closely year to year. They play them close, which is cool, I guess, for, moral. I mean, not even morally, that doesn't help morale. If you keep losing close games to big teams, your program's going to start believing, we can't beat them. That team just got it on us or something. Or even worse, you try to blame the referees or something. Ooh, that 9.5 pH. But let's finish listening to what they got to say at Savannah, man. I'll go back.
Finishing 6th in the conference this season.
Like we've been hearing, we're a dark horse. We're ranked 6th, so I think we beat a lot of teams that are ranked ahead of us already last year, and I just think we're just ready to go and play. We're excited.
It's not really about proving anyone wrong. We just want to prove ourselves right. We know how good we can be, and we know what's at stake. So it's all about going out there and being able to play at the best of our abilities.
And Savannah State will open up the 2025 season Saturday, August 30th at 6 p.m. at Ted Wright Stadium when they host conference foe Edward Waters. In Macon, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
Strangely enough, I got Edward Waters winning that game. Not going front. I think Edward Waters really might get on him. You know, you talk about a team that's playing for something, man. If Morgan is pushed out like this and Jenkins was chosen as the guy like less than, 30 minutes after Morgan got fired, the team must like Jenkins. And if the team is going to play for Jenkins, you're going to see a lot of motivation out of this squad. You're going to see a squad that comes out playing with their head on fire. And that's what you need to win a game 1. So who knows, man? This whole Toriano Morgan getting fired the day after SWAC Media Day, it might work out in favor of Edward Waters, man. I didn't have him winning the Savannah State game, but now I'm kind of thinking about it. Possibly. Possibly, that week 1, you riding the high. After that, it get kind of rocky. But, like, the week 1, you get up for that. I also have, that's not on the list. So HBCU Sports did a really good job covering SWAC Media Day. They were able to, they were able to give us a like in-depth look at the different coaches, and all the coaches were fielding like different questions, which worked really cool. So I was just watching it. I'm not gonna watch this later. All right, here we go. So
Cinema.
we'll be doing a lot of scrubbing through this, but I enjoyed this round robin approach HBCU Sports does, man. They do a really good job in keeping everybody up to date with what's going on, and they do a great job in making media easily digestible, man. So shout out to HBCU Sports. I'm gonna take a look at their stream today from SWAC Media Day and some cool things that we learned. We got Cozy on here, man. Jesus. A little too close. All right. So we'll start off with Alabama State.
About this year's team and what you guys look like so far and what you'd like to see and some of your personnel.
Yeah, for us, we just want to go out and just play a tough brand of football. We want to be mentally tough, physically tough, tough, physical, and violent. That's the mantra that we're using for this year. Have a lot of self discipline. Just be very efficient, cut down on the penalties, and then on the offense, we want to be more explosive. You know, we need some more big plays. We have some guys who we think can make those plays. Some quarterbacks who can deliver the ball, and defense. That's kind of where we've been having our calling card. We'll have a lot of young guys playing, so those young guys will have to gel together and just play hard and play physical. And so I think that's been what has been working for us in the past. And then the biggest part of all this is you can't kick, you can't win. So have to be very, very solid in the kicking game, and we'll spend a lot of time working on that.
Coach, the transfer portal as well as NIL, when you think about those concepts, we've discussed them over the last few years, and now they're part of college football. Talk a little bit about those moving parts as we get back into a new season.
Yeah, you have to adjust to it, and then you have to adapt. So now the adaptation phase, as you know, is part of what we are playing in. It is the environment that we're in. So you have to have those direct discussions with kids and ask them up front. Just communicate. Hey, you want to be here? You want to be a SWAC legend? You want to be a Hall of Fame at Alabama State, or you want to go to the next school and try to move on? What's your intentions?
Hold on. This is good right here. This is really good. I really like what he's saying right here.
Have those talks with kids who are young, freshman, sophomore year. Sometimes I have those conversations in the recruiting process. And so that way you just have to embrace it, and you have to have those kids, who want to be part of SWAC history, want to be part of Alabama State history. And for those that don't, you just have to make sure that you recruit younger kids to take their place, realizing that they may not be there the entire 4 or 5 years.
Thank you, Coach. We look forward to covering you this season.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, let's go to Perry Daniels and then the Yard HBCU Sports. Mr. Daniels.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you today?
Super fantastic. How are you?
Good. Good to hear that. Super fantastic again.
Absolutely. So, Coach, you mentioned a dynamic quarterback. We are very curious to hear about where Andrew Body is regarding his recovery and what to expect out of him this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's cleared medically. He's ready to go. I mean, he didn't participate in spring, but he's participating in our summer OTAs. So he's out there competing, and he's doing a great job. That kid has been through a lot, physically and mentally. So you got to think, 2 years in a row to play and get injured on the first play of the game, all that hard work and not be able to go a whole season. So I'm just looking forward to him. Just for his psyche, just to get out there for him and his family, his mom and dad, just to watch him go out there and play the game that he loved.
Y'all heard it. The boy Andrew Body is officially back. The head coach just said it. Andrew Body is back. Whoa. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? I mean, honestly, I don't think the timing could be any better for Andrew Body right now. I want to say, like, don't know. I'm just inclined to make like old people jokes about the boy, but I think really this is probably the best time to be a returning quarterback in the SWAC. There aren't many strong SWAC quarterbacks that are returning. Some returning quarterbacks that I would mention. I like Cam Ransom at Bethune-Cookman. He's a little reckless with the ball sometimes, but I like him. Jacoby Morgan is probably the best quarterback in the SWAC. Alcorn doesn't have a quarterback. Southern, they got Jalen Woods, a little unproven. Grambling, you got Zay T-Set. Yeah, not sure about him yet. Texas Southern, if you return KJ Cooper, not sure if he's the guy. I mean, even FAMU, they still battling with their quarterback situation. Alabama A&M looked like Quad Brown. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Andrew Body would probably be a top 5 quarterback in the SWAC as soon as he returns. As soon as he steps on that field, he's top 5. I mean, you got pretty much got to prove me wrong at this point with Andrew Body. The amount, the talent, the lack of talent at quarterback in the SWAC is evident. Watch one game, you can see it. Andrew Body definitely increases the product of the SWAC when he's on the field, and he's a very dynamic player. I would say that he's probably the best dual threat in HBCU football. If you want to keep it real, he's probably the best one. There are some dual threats in HBCU football that choose to run by their own indiscretion and aren't truly dual threat passer. I'm not scared to pass with you. You feel me? Some quarterbacks, I'm just scared of you running. I don't think you're gonna pass the ball at all. I actually don't believe you. So he definitely brings a nice wrinkle to Alabama State, but the only thing about it is we got to be real. Alabama State's offense is trash. Basura. Boo-boo. It's booty flakes. Like, it's not even close to playoff competitive, right? Because, look, this is what I compare good and bad to. Talk about college football. It's almost always going to be about the playoffs, right? And if you don't have a team that can score points, I think, in my opinion at least, or can at least be competitive with teams in the playoffs, you're not very good, right? So I'm just going to let you guys know my barometer of good and bad. Alabama State's offense, let's look it up. We got some time, Joe. It's the late show, man. Let's look up Alabama State's offense from last year. So, Alabama State. I don't play, man. I keep receipts on me. 2024. That's 2014. My bad. Hold on. 2024. Take a look. So, this offense did not have like any quarterbacks throughout the season, which is kind of weird. They moved a receiver to quarterback. And look, here we go. They finished off 7-5. But we got to see the stats, though, because I don't think the offense won many of these games. All right, so the offense averaged a whopping 22 points a game. 22 points a game. The defense, good-ass defense. They only allow 16 points a game. Y'all can't see it on the screen right here because I got it cropped. But they allow 16 points a game. The offense averaged 272 total yards a game. 95 rushing yards a game. And around 143 passing yards a game. They averaged 96 rushing yards a game. And 143 passing yards a game. Like, it's a joke. The offense is a joke. Andrew Body, give or take, might add maybe 50 yards to this. But be for real. If your offensive system is going to continue to be this, Eddie Robinson, Andrew Body or not, y'all not getting over that 7 wins. You're not. I think in maybe like 2008, you could play this game where like, oh, man, we're just going to depend on our defense, man. We're a defensive team. We're a defensive-minded team. We're going to get stops. And the offense, they're going to score when they can. But defense, man, we're going to take it in our own hands. We're going to create turnovers. We're going to score our own points. Back in 2006, this will work. Like, you might go like 10-1 with this. But that's the University of Iowa, how it works out when you have no offense but a gang of defense. You got top 10 defense, got everybody, the front seven, the back seven, but you don't got offense. Alabama State, to me, is officially in Iowa, University of Iowa territory as a football program. Great defense, can write home about it. You know, they're going to play some competitive football. But at the end of the day, the offense ain't worth a damn. At the end of the day, when you need a first down, do not call on this offense. Now, if the question was, can Andrew Body win football games for Alabama State? Absolutely true. If you give Andrew Body the ball, is he special? Yes. Yes, he is. But I don't think this offense is going to put him in position to make the plays that he needs to make to win these games. Get a full, healthy Andrew Body. Alabama State. This season is on y'all. I know y'all mentioned some stuff about being young. I don't want to hear it. If you don't do it this year, I mean, when are you going to do it? I'm assuming this is Andrew Body's last year. I'm not sure. I'm assuming this is his last year. If I'm not mistaken, Jacobian Morgan is only a junior. He'll be back again. So I say again, Alabama State, if you don't win the SWAC this year, at what point are you going to win it? Because FAMU used to kick you out, keep you out of there. You know, Alabama A&M, formidable. But Jackson State, they run the SWAC East. But with FAMU down, with Alabama A&M with a new head coach, Mississippi Valley with a new head coach, at what point are you going to step up? Questions that I'm asking for Alabama State, man. Question I'm asking for them, because I think that they have it. You got what you need to win games. Now, I think this year you come to ask questions like, normally, is it our coach or is it us? So we had somebody else. Coach Raymond Woody came in and spoke about some quarterbacks. We're gonna take a look at that, because really Bethune-Cookman, man, that's a very interesting program. So here's Raymond Woody.
All the time. It's all about technique, fundamentals, attention to detail equals the coordination of the play. And that's what our motto was, you know, this spring, you know, handling the little things. And I feel like they understand the details. You know, you see the majority of the team come into the facility when no one is there getting extra work. You know, it's a good feeling. And right now we are capitalizing on the hard work in the classroom. We went up 91 points in a single season with APR, so we offer probation. So, you know, that's been a plus. You know, we had 17 guys make the president's list and 38 guys that was on the dean's list. So, you know, that's a win in its own.
Coach, the reality of the financial piece. So when we look at college sports and football, the portal and NIL and collectives and all these moving parts in terms of the money, talk a little bit about what you see this year with BCU as we move forward. And again, those discussions will continue.
Well, you know, we've been doing a really good job of recruiting high school guys that really love the game, obviously with the revenue sharing and different things like that. It's been some conversation with administration, obviously 8 years. We just hire the president. So it's some Dr. Mosley. I mean, he was there on campus, so he understands the landscape, and it's been some conversation. So it should be a good thing for us. I mean, he understands what it takes to run a program. I had a couple conversations with him, and then obviously, Coach Theus as well, being a coach and also athletic director. I mean, it's been good talks. Right now, it's nothing finalized on how that's going to look, but I feel pretty good about it.
Thank you, Coach. Have a blessed day.
You too, see you.
All right, we got about 6 minutes left. Perry Daniels, you're up.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Hey, Coach, can we talk about Cam Ransom and his development over the years? He showed some flashes of brilliance last year.
Well, I tell you what, with Cam, he's a caring person. It took him the year, that he transferred in, he had to sit out and that kind of put him a little bit behind, but he's a come to work, go to work, type of player. I mean, we have another guy that's pushing him, that's really pushing him, McLean, Tommy from Arkansas State, and that's gonna make Cam rise to that next level. But for Cam, just getting him trying to not to do too much and just let the things play out how the play should be executed. But he's a talented individual, and like I said, we're excited for this year's season for him.
For our
All right, hold on 1 second. Coach Woody just said something that was real interesting, right? He just named a quarterback battle we got at Bethune-Cookman. And I've been hearing about this battle all summer. Last I heard, actually, was that Timmy McLean was the guy, and Cam Ransom is trying to get his spot back. But, Coach Woody trying to keep it PC, you feel me? You got to keep PC when all your players is watching. You got to keep it PC. That's one thing. You can't say the wrong thing in front of this because, look, not only are we watching and the fans watching and all this, but there are a lot of players watching this. Your starting quarterback is probably watching this. I think your host, all your returners are watching this, right? Because not only are they watching to hear what you're talking about, but they want to hear what the competition has to say. We got players that are also invited to these events. So I think Coach Woody was really not trying to mince his words and saying that there's a quarterback battle between returning quarterback Cam Ransom and new quarterback Timmy McLean. So I've gone ahead and I have checked on Timmy McLean to see what was up with bro. So the boy has been at a couple different schools, and I mean it's the transfer portal era, so it doesn't mean too much. But the boy did have one of the greatest plays ever.
It's time for the coach debate.
By a scrambling quarterback, man. If you don't know, a couple years ago, the boy Timmy McLean was playing at UCF. And he made this crazy scramble. Now, this scramble ain't got nothing to do. Don't got nothing to do with reading the defense or nothing. But I'll say, if you want to say something.
McLean running out of time. What do you got? McLean! He's still on his feet. Oh my goodness! It's gone! Unbelievable! The game continues! R.J. Harvey, are you kidding me? What did I just say, Eric? Whatever you have to do. I don't care how you do it. You can run left, you can run right, spin backwards, jump over the guy. You have to make a play.
Time out of the half.
And
For
Timmy
Baylor.
McLean
30 seconds.
makes it. And R.J. Harvey with the
60 second
strong
timeout.
hands. Oh my goodness. How improbable was that?
I mean, y'all saw the play, yo. Y'all saw the play. If he do something like this in a SWAC, it's a touchdown. I'm going to keep it a buck. If he do something like this in the SWAC, that's 6 points. I'm sorry. So, look, Bethune-Cookman has a good problem. But at the same time, it's a bad problem. Because as we all know, having multiple quarterbacks means you don't have one. So, I say this. What happens a lot of times in these quarterback battles, one player is named the starter. But a wrinkle is usually put in this. And that wrinkle is if one person's having a down game, do you put in the backup? If one person is a little hobbled up, do you put in the backup? And here lies the question of, will this be a rotating quarterback year for Bethune-Cookman? Some coaches think this is a workable idea. Some coaches think that if you can manage to play both quarterbacks at the right time and they make the right amount of plays, you'll be fine. I'm not one of those guys. But could we see that? Could we see Timmy McClain come in for some wildcat situations? I think that would make a lot of sense. If I'm a head coach, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's something I want to implement if I'm Bethune-Cookman. This Bethune-Cookman team has a hard time starting offense. Right? We saw it last year versus Clark Atlanta. They had a hard time moving the ball. I mean, I think Miles Cox scored like 50 points against Clark Atlanta last year. Why can't a Division I Bethune-Cookman do the same thing? You got to wonder if maybe they're trying to get a little bit more from their offense this year. Coach Raymond Woody also went on to say when he was talking to HBCU Sports, he mentioned the fact that last year he felt like he and his staff were like teaching players how to win. Teaching players how to do the right things. And that kind of alarmed me. That alarmed me. I'm not going to lie. That alarmed me. You're not going to hear that from many coaches that have been coaching the team, for three. Well, this is his third year, I believe, for 3 years. You don't hear many coaches saying, yeah, well, this last year, we just really trying to take the time to make sure that everybody is in line or everybody's doing the right thing. No. You should be able to you should be trying to accumulate as much talent as you need. So that's a red flag, not going to lie. That's a red flag. And I invite you guys to listen to the full HBCU Sports Get Down, because throughout the interview, Coach Woody definitely described some things within their program that showed where they are. Right, they're not as ready to go as you would think they would be. So next up, we got Tremaine Jackson on here. We're gonna take a listen to what Coach Tremaine Jackson has to say. He broke down a lot of what just go ahead and take a listen. Take a listen.
But our people recognize that we want it to be normal. We have not gotten anything that we wanted or something spectacular, but we've gotten things that we needed. And so it looks like we come in here, we got more than the last person and this, that, and the other. But all we've actually done was try to bring our program to normal. But from technology, from analytics, from coaching staff, from the way that we dress, the way that we go about things, we had a good product for then. We wanted to have a great product for now. And so getting normal has been difficult because you're having to convince people that things are not normal.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Next up, the Yard HBCU Sports. That'll be our last question.
Good morning, Coach. Dwayne Nash with the Yard HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I'm on the road this morning.
I see. Quick question. How similar or different was it developing your program there at Prairie View as opposed to you developing it there at Valdosta State as it pertains to you getting it to the point of being quote unquote normal?
Yeah, I don't think this has been very difficult at all, because when I was at the last place, I learned a lot. I went to a place, the last place I was at, people thought it was normal. People thought it was ready to go. People thought it was ready to compete when we got there. It wasn't. And so I bought into the fact that it was, and we didn't do things the way that we had done my first head coaching job. And now we negotiated a lot. We bargained with some people, whether it was players, fans, alumni. We bargained. We didn't set our program firm in the ground. When we got here, and that didn't work for us, by the way. That did not work for us. After the 22 season, I realized that this is the way we are. And there's a song, a Houston song, that says, "This is the way we ball." This is us. And so when we got to Prairie View A&M, it was very clear of the way that we ball. This is the way we come in and put in a program. It seems harsh. It's very confrontational. Some people don't like it because it's not about butterflies and gummy bears. It's about being really serious about the product and representing our university. And so now that we've done that, now that this is my third time doing that, and we came in, it hadn't been difficult at all. And again, even people that are no longer here still have learned a lot from us and wanted to be a part of us, but we had to make the necessary moves. So it's been smooth. Our program is always growing. So we're just, people talk about we're talking about this and talking about that. We just put the seed in the ground. We just now starting to water. So if people were nervous about us putting the seed in the ground, imagine what's going to happen when we start to water, because our program ain't even nowhere near where we want it to be.
And you talk about
All right, hold on one second. So, like I was saying earlier, I like Coach Jackson. I like him, but he pop a lot of hot shit, man. I'll tell you that he pops a lot. So let's take a look at that Valdosta State schedule for 2023. All right, I believe this is his first year at Valdosta. He was only there for 2 years. So was it 2023 or was it 2022? 2022. All right. This is Coach Jackson's first year at Valdosta. You see the record right up there, 5-6. Okay. When he came into Valdosta, let's see what they did the year before, actually. Give us even better context into what I'm about to go into. Did they play the COVID year? Okay, yeah, they did. So they're coming off a 12-2 season, 9-0 at home. They beat Savannah State 53-7, and they beat Virginia Union 51-7. Then they went and swept by beating Albany State 21-3. All right. The year after that, which is Coach Jackson's first year as head coach at Valdosta, they go 5-6. They go 2-4 at home, 3-2 away. They beat Kaiser 36-21. Kaiser is an NAIA school, if I'm not mistaken. NAIA 36-21. The next week, you lose to Virginia Union, the team that your Valdosta beat 50-7 a year before. You lose to them 40-45. The next week, you finish conference play, beating up on Miles 55-7. Go through conference play, you beat Shorter, lose to Delta State by 40 points. They put 70 points on you. Lose to West Alabama. You lose to Mississippi College. Then you lose to West Georgia. 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 losses. 4 losses in a row in the middle of the season. You beat North Greenville. You lose to West Florida. And you get to play Shorter again, and you beat them. At Colorado Mesa, there was something similar that happened with Coach Jackson this week. This is year one. I'm trying to explain to y'all. In year one, he doesn't do very well in year one. It's like a transition thing for him. Let me quickly see Jermaine Jackson, Mesa, coaching. Let me see his first year at Mesa. Okay. Colorado Mesa from 2020 to 2021. All right, so let's check out Colorado Mesa 2021 football. All right. So here we go. Check out their football schedule. So 8-2 was 2021. 2020. So I think he coached his COVID year. 2-1. I really want to make sure. 2-1 the COVID year. It's not bad at all. Solid. I mean, you lose South Dakota Mines. Everybody know during COVID, everybody was lucky just to play football. Okay? Everybody was lucky just to play ball. Okay, but there you go, 2021, 8-2. Right? Come out, which is not bad. Not bad at all. It's 7-2 in conference. So it leaves you out. I think it left them out of playoffs. But they're 5-0 at home. Helps a lot. He played William Jewell College. I mean, a lot of these schools, you're not even going to even hear of them. I'm not going to lie. CSU Pueblo, they ended up losing, though, in double OT. And then you also lose a game to Western Colorado later on in the season. All right? Then you fast forward. Let's go to 2022. All right. 2022, you go 4-6. So let me get this exactly correct so I can make sure we get these years right. I don't want to confuse anything. Colorado, Mesa. All right. So at Mesa, what's the best way to put it? He was hired in 2019, right? So he played that first COVID year. When did the COVID year? I think they went like 2-1. They come back next year. You go 8-2. Then you go 4-6. My point here is, if you're gonna come in popping hot grease, hot fish grease, I get it. SWAC is wide open. It's been wide open. It's really been a two-team race the past 3 years. So it's understandable. How many SWAC coaches have hit the ground running when they enter the SWAC? Thinking about it, the one that comes to mind is maybe Bubba McDowell. His first year as the head coach at Prairie View, they went to the SWAC championship, and that was really coming off of Coach Eric Dooley's team that went to the SWAC championship the year before that. James Cozy didn't get it done for FAMU in year one. If you look at Texas Southern, Chris Dishman didn't get it done for Texas Southern in year one. If you look at any of the coaches at Grambling, from Hugh Jackson to the guy they got now, Mickey Joseph, they haven't got it done in year one. Look at Southern. I think you might be able to put Terrence Graves on that list. They make it to the SWAC championship early. I don't think things are going to be as easy as Coach Jackson thinks it is. I think that the battle with the SWAC is not that the SWAC, competing with the teams and playing up to their level. I think a lot of problems are internal. I think that a lot of problems happen week to week. I think a lot of problems are like, Willie Simmons at FAMU having compliance issues in one of the biggest games of his career against North Carolina, right? And he had to play against North Carolina without 22 players. I think those are the type of issues that usually go on in the SWAC and determine wins and losses. On top of the fact that a lot of these offenses in the SWAC take years to get going. I mean, we look at Jackson State and what Jackson State had going on. Jackson State had a hard time on offense for quite some time. Even with Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter and everybody else on that team. Shane Hooks, right? Kevin Coleman. These are 4-star guys, 5-star guys almost. I'm all for it when it comes to popping it, but we gonna see very soon who's popping it and who ain't popping it, right? Let's go to Prairie View A&M. Prairie View A&M. Let's go to their schedule. Let's see what we got. We pull up their schedule. 2025. Not a big fan of this schedule. Not going front. It's a wobbler. You open the season up. Hold on one second. Let me update y'all. So, right there. All right. So, Prairie View A&M. Take a look at their schedule. Week 1, you got Texas Southern. At Texas Southern. I got that as a win, right? Week 2, make sure y'all can see this. Here it is. University of Texas, Rio Grande. This is a first-year program, and they're playing Division I. If you don't win this, I'm looking at you different. So 2-0. At Rice, that's a loss. 2-1. You played Northwestern State, which is a terrible team. Probably top 15 worst teams in FCS football. You got to win that game. You got to win that game. There's no way you let this one slip out of your grasp, right? keep going. You got Grambling up next. You think they get a win against Grambling? You gotta hope so. You got Alcorn State. Got think that's another win. At Southern, probably a loss. At Lincoln, probably a win. Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Mississippi Valley. There are a ton of winnable games on this schedule. I have a very hard time looking at this schedule and trying to find a way for this Prairie View A&M team to not win at least 5 games. So, with all the woofing combined with the schedule, there are expectations now placed on Prairie View A&M. Off the back. Expectations placed on Prairie View A&M. There are a lot of spots where I feel like this team should win games. I think 500 is just a given at this point. And I see Prairie View A&M as a possible contender in the SWAC. You got to be real. Favorable conference schedule with teams like UAPB and Mississippi Valley on your team, and those are your crossovers, or at least one of your crossovers. So, honestly, I can see this team making some moves, making some wins, possibly putting together a winning season. I'm not as bullish on Tremaine Jackson, but I do feel as though they have a pretty good team, and they have a very favorable schedule, which makes this a little bit more easier. So let's get on back to HBCU sports and their coverage of SWAC Media Day. They did a very good job of covering, like I said earlier. So HBCU sports, there we go. So there's one more guy I want to hear from, and that is the coach at UAPB, actually. And he talks about running backs. He talks about a couple different things, but I will say, man, to be the coach at UAPB and still be excited about your job says a lot about your character as a man. No cap. Because that job got to be tough.
Obviously, like you said, last year we were 2-6 in conference, 3-9 overall, whatever.
How can you be 3-8 overall and just be like, man, we were, but not no more type? Like, bro, you got to be a tough man. You got to be a tough dude. No cap.
But we had an opportunity to win 3 more games, tied it, or had a chance to take the lead in the fourth quarter. So we're excited about all the things that we've done. I've been there 5 semesters, and every semester we had over 3.0 GPA. And the last semester we had a 3.21, the highest in the history of the program. So I'm building a program. I'm not a one-hit wonder. I do academics and athletics at a high level, and we'll continue to do it. And we're putting all the right guys in the right seats on the bus, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may.
All right, Coach, could you talk about your running back, BJ Curry, and what does he bring to the table?
BJ Curry is an Arkansas kid. Man, he comes to work every single day. He'll give everything he got. He loves his teammates, and we put him in position to be successful. BJ will tell you the same thing I'm gonna say. We got 2 more running backs that's just as talented and bigger than BJ. And so we got a young man, Zamarian Weber, came from my alma mater, University of Louisiana Monroe last year. He had a couple big games. And then we just signed another kid, Jalen Jennings. So we got, as we believe, a 3-headed monster. And so what we're doing offensively, it's going to be tough. And so we're excited about where we're at as a program. BJ, obviously, they got to take it from him. But again, we all know in this league, if you run the ball as well, you're going to need a couple running backs.
All right, we'll open it up to the members of the media. James Hill is first, Perry Daniels next, and then Miss Davis. Mr. Hill, you're up.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody back in Pine Bluff are well with the Golden Lions Nation. Talk a little bit about what you envision this season. We look at the transfer portal, we look at revenue sharing, NIL, and all these different moving parts that are now kind of trending to be normal in college football as it's ever changing. Tell us what that experience is like for you so far.
Well, obviously, it's fun, because if we get a chance to get one of our players to get an NIL, we want to be able to do it. And we had a couple in each sport on campus. We were able to have a little NIL that they were able to get some money. And it was exciting for them, and they had to do a little work for it. Obviously, we lost our best player, Giovanni Gibson. He had over 50 offers. And it's funny, nobody even knew who the young man was. He came to us, had 20 catches from UAM, but now he's making more money than everybody inside of this building. And so we're happy for him. And that's what this is about. It's about kids getting what they deserve. And if you earn it, then so be it. And so we'll continue to recruit players that we think that fit our system. And we tell them, come earn your respect. And if you earn your way out of here, then God bless you. And so we'll continue to, recruit guys at the lower level, Division II, Division III guys trying to bet on themselves. And then we got a couple of guys that fell back from other FCS schools and Power 5 schools. So we'll continue to do a mix of both of them. The revenue sharing, hey, I tell everybody, we're not as blessed as some of the other schools. My son's a starting corner at Clemson, so I understand revenue sharing, and I'm asking him to share some of his with me so I can give it to some of our players.
Hey man, you gotta love Coach. I ain't gonna lie, he might be the most transparent coach in the SWAC, and you could be transparent when your team is ass. So I get it. You could have hella jokes when you know you're not good. You like, oh, it's cool. Like we didn't expect to win, but what I love about what Coach Alonzo Hampton just said was the fact that he wants the players to get paid, right? And if you can't get paid here, then go get paid, brother. I mean, the same thing. I don't know if y'all keeping up, man, with 4 Extras and all this stuff. And 4 Extras blew his fingers off, and he want to get $50,000 for an interview. And look, man, I don't really like Adam 22, but he said something interesting. He said, if you feel like you can get the money, go elsewhere and get the money. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So to me, when I take a listen at what Coach Hampton's saying, I love what he's saying. He brings up an interesting outlook on the transfer portal. These players are not to be in your possession. You don't own the player, right? This isn't something that you 100% control, especially when you're in the FCS program. You got to understand that is a mutual agreement between two parties, right? I think that we've long gone are the days of amateur football or looking at players as just student athletes. These are professional athletes right now. These are guys that play football for a living. You make money from football. This has become more transactional between a player and a coach than it's ever been before. And there are coaches and there are fans alike that push out the narrative that if guys are leaving my team, they're somehow disloyal. If guys are leaving my team, they somehow were never bought in. When you got to look at it in black and white. One team is paying me. One team is not. The honorable thing that I could do as a man is tell you that this team is about to pay me, and I could give you an opportunity to match that. But if you don't want to match that, you shouldn't be mad at me for not wanting to play for the love of the game. Because you got about 100,000 other people that have already played for the love of the game without NIL, and they wish they can go back and play for a season just to get some of that money. They wish they can come back and get like 25 G's for playing a football season. So I 100% agree with what Coach Hampton's saying. I think that really when you look at what Coach Hampton's really putting out there, he's talking more so about how his program moves forward positively, right? He's happy for Giovanni Gibson. You got to be happy for Giovanni Gibson, right? You got to be happy for a guy that these glasses are killing me, man. Wow, who is the boy stylist? Who's styling James Cozy, man? I gotta know, cause bro, what's going on right now? But off Alonzo Hampton, man, we're gonna get into Coach James Cozy. I didn't hear any of this interview, so we're gonna sit back and listen to it. And y'all just kick it with me, man. It's the Late Show with your boy Kelly Flicks. Let's get into it.
Get back to who we are, and doing things the right way, being physical, but also understanding the mindset. We just got to change that mindset to understanding that we are good enough. The things that we're doing on and off the field would dictate that. And it's easy to see when you go look at the scores we right there in it with a small, good little football team. So if we get a good big football team, I think we can get over the hump, with some of these not so good outcomes.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck this year.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach. We thank you so very much for your time and good luck to you this season.
Yeah, I appreciate everything you guys doing.
All right. So now up will be James Colsey of Florida A&M.
Well, you look good, man. You look good.
Oh,
man.
Look at the boy.
All right.
Okay.
Coach Colsey, how you doing?
Like James Brown.
Doing well. How are you
Good,
guys?
good. Doing good. James Colsey the third, Florida A&M head coach, 7-5, 5-3, finished on a 2-game win streak. Coach, could you give us an opening statement? I'll ask a question, then we'll open it up for members of the media.
Well, first and foremost, thanks for having me. Love being here in Birmingham. There's a lot going on here, I can tell you that. Bunch of good looking guys walking around here. Great to see all the coaches, and we're looking forward to get started. Obviously, we got first game of the year, so we've had 105 guys with us the entire summer, and they're itching and ready to go.
Coach, I think that you may have had the award for the biggest distraction or misdirection for your team. While most people were worried about what new talent, everybody was worried about what you were doing on the softball field as an umpire.
Well, it's something.
Hey, look, hold on. Before the boys start copping, please. One note. One note. Head football coaches don't have part-time jobs. Head football coaches only have one job. That job is football. There are no other jobs. I highly doubt if head football coaches are even husbands during the football season. I doubt they even fathers during the football season. Being a coach, I never got to speak on this stuff because Coach James Colsey, he was a softball umpire during spring football. Look, my thinking is this. If you wouldn't allow your player to do it, you don't do it. If you're not allowing, Thad Franklin to referee softball games on the weekend, why are you doing it? Why? I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, FAMU was like 6-5 last year. They lost to Mississippi Valley. And in the offseason, your coach is out umpiring softball games. Like he needs some chili or something. He needs some more money. Dude, is this contract public? Is FAMU a public school? How much money, I'm pocket watching, does James Colsey make? James Colsey signed a 3-year deal worth $720,000. I'm not good at math, man. Hold on. What's 720,000 divided by 3? $240,000. This brother's making $240,000 and is picking up side gigs and going on side missions during spring training. And you want me to take this serious? Look, man, this season, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised at what FAMU does this season. Do not be surprised.
Doing for a very, very long time. It's as an SEC umpire, you try to be, incognito. Apparently, you get on TV every once in a while, and word got out. But anyway, I've been doing it for a very, very long time. It didn't take away from anything that I was doing with our football team, with our staff. But at the end of the day,
Hey, look, hold on. You've been doing it a long time. But you haven't been doing it as the head football coach. You've been doing this as an assistant running backs coach. You've been doing this as a special teams coordinator. Yeah, you could go be the umpire in the offseason when nobody is practicing special teams in the spring. Of course, you can go umpire everything. We do not care. But you know what we do care about? What our head football coach is doing during spring training. And our recruiting class ain't that strong. When we got 5 quarterbacks, 5, and we can't pick a starter. When we got Junior Miratovich that's been at FAMU for like 7 years and still can't read a defense. But you out here umpiring SEC games, and I think I'm being incognito because, you know, SEC games. Brother, I shouldn't be the first person telling you this, but you need to quit that job. It ain't good for you. It ain't good for your public perception. You the head football coach at FAMU. Y'all won a Celebration Bowl about a year ago. We all know you ain't win it because you being a said softball umpire ain't gonna cut it when you're trying to win a Celebration Bowl. I'm sorry. So for you to inherit this program, and I'm going to give it another year, but I'm going to keep it a buck. You ain't keeping nothing going. I said, we about an hour in. You ain't keeping shit going. You see what TC Taylor did at Jackson State? Picked that program up, picked up whatever was left, and made something of it. That's what you're not doing. It's like the opposite of what you're doing. Bringing in 17 quarterbacks. Hope we find one. Or look, we'll just find another grad transfer again. How about developing a guy? And I'm not sure if James Cozy is that guy at developing, right? I know he's a running backs guy. Sure, but they transfer in running backs every year. Where's the development going on this team? Our guys getting better. Our guys getting bigger and stronger. Cause I saw their top offensive target hop in the portal this offseason. Kobe Gross, the boy, the tight end. I think the boy like 6'5", 230, hurdling people. It looked like a really hybrid receiver. What the NFL is looking for these days. Your potential draft prospect bounced. Why is that? He did it in the spring, too, by the way. But why is that? Look, I got big questions about Cozy. We're going to let this interview run, and I'm going to try to just shut up and just watch. But it's been on my mind, y'all. I ain't going to lie, chat. It's been on my mind, for real, for about 4-5 months. I'm so happy to get back on the show and talk this shit again.
I want to make sure I take care of job one, which is being the head football coach at Florida A&M University.
All right, we'll open it up for members of the media. James Hill, Perry Daniels, Ms. Davis, and then G. Thomas, TD, USAT. Let's go up to Mr. Hill.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody in Tallahassee and today in Birmingham are well. The quarterback position is always highly coveted, and it's no secret that it's definitely highly coveted at FAM. Talk a little bit about your quarterback room, who people can expect to see in the pocket, and so far what you see and what you look forward to.
I think minus being the president of our university, the second most important seat is the quarterback, and that's a great question. I think that the standard at the quarterback position, especially at Florida A&M, is the standard is being the all-conference player. We've when you're the all-conference quarterback, normally you're probably the MVP of the league. In the last couple of years, obviously Daniel Richardson and Jeremy Musa, they fit the bill. But Daniel Richardson being a senior, we had to find a way to figure out who's going to be the next person, right? So I think at the end of the day, we brought in a young man named Tyler Jefferson during January for the springtime. Still felt we needed to get a little bit more, and we want to get R.J. Johnson, a young man out of Toledo, And then when he got Jet Petty, a young man who was an All-American at the Cali, at the Cali JUCO level. So doesn't mean that these two guys are guys that are going to be the starters, but there's.
Hey, hold on. Let me see what guys he named again. We got 211.
Normally, you're probably the MVP of the league in the last couple of years. Obviously Daniel Richardson and Jeremy Musa, they fit the bill. But Daniel Richardson being a senior, we had to find a way to figure out who's going to be the next person, right? So I think at the end of the day, we brought in a young man named Tyler Jefferson during January.
All right, so Tyler Jefferson, that's the first guy we're gonna take a look at, y'all. Let's see what we got, chat. Tyler Jefferson, one of the quarterbacks at FAMU. And I see you in there, Lionel. So yeah, I was a little confused. That timeline's a little tricky, man, the way they put it out. But yeah, I think you're correct. So Coach Jackson was at Mesa 2 years, VSU 3 years. Last year at Mesa was an 8-2 season. Yeah, it makes sense. I thought maybe the 2-1 COVID season was his first one, but that was the second one. He coached a couple of my dogs down at Mesa at that same time, which is kind of funny. So Tyler Jefferson, let's see the boy. So Tyler Jefferson, Central Michigan. Let's check it. Let's see if he got any stats, man. Chippewas. He was a redshirt freshman last year. He's from High Springs, Florida. Hawthorne High School, huh? All right, so, I mean, it's not too much to write home about. Let me do this real quick for y'all. All right, so 2-year career, he played 9 games, threw the ball about 40 times, 58 times, 22 completions, 286 yards, no touchdowns. All right, there's not too much going on there. What else?
Springtime, still felt we needed to get a little bit more, and we want to get R.J. Johnson, a young man out of.
R.J. Johnson. Where are you from, though?
And then when he got Jet Petty,
Let's put in R.J. Johnson football. Let's see. I think he's from Toledo, right? Senior. Let's see. FAMU. Former Toledo quarterback R.J. Johnson. All right, he was a 3-star prospect out of 2023, and he's from Atlanta, Georgia. I wonder if he played there. Did he play at Toledo? Do we have any stats? No bio yet. One second. Let's see. We're going to figure out this quarterback room at least a little bit, man. He gave us a little lead into it, so, I bet. I bet. Let's see what's going on. Shit, I don't know. Okay, R.J. Johnson. 2024 did not see game action. 2023, he sat out season as a red shirt and retained freshman eligibility. In high school, he's a 3-star prospect. We ain't got no stats on this guy. All right, next.
A young man who was an All-American at the Cali, at the Cali JUCO level. So doesn't mean that these two guys are guys that are going to be the starters, but there's a certain level and a certain standard that we need at that position. And obviously those are 3 guys and long.
Oh, he said Jet Petty too. So Jet Petty, look up Jet Petty. Jet Petty. Football. It can't be more than one Jet Petty, man. No way. All right, so here we go. So the boy was supposed to be cold at the JUCO level. I think I took a look at him, man. I think he's from Long Beach, LBCC. Yeah, that's a very reputable program over there. Let's take a look. Oh, we got some highlights. All right, finally, somebody that has put in some work. We got to take a look at 2024 JUCO highlights, man. Jet Petty, one of the quarterbacks at Florida A&M. He's in that 4-way battle they got going on. That's a sick battle. If you got a battle like, if you in a QB room and you got to battle 4 other people and they like all taking first team reps, yo, that got to be depressing. Like what? Great pass right there, though. I like that. On the run. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Long Beach City College is a very reputable junior college out here in California. They put out a lot of players every year. They might put out like 15, 20 players every year. We're talking D1 to D2. My younger cousin, Jalen, just finished over there. He just committed to Central State about a week or 2 ago. But I like how he got a quick release, though. Look at all these passes. Look at his footwork. His feet beat his arm every time. right? His base is always underneath him as he's passing the ball. He throws a ball on a run very well, man. That was a dime. He's got great touch. He's got great touch. I like his touch. The way he puts the ball in the air, lets it just float down like that. And he's very decisive. I mean, I can see this being the future of FAMU. They run some of the similar concepts that FAMU runs, talking about passing-wise, going downfield, throwing the wheel routes, deep crossers. They love that, especially a good post-wheel concept. They'll use that to death. That was a play FAMU runs right there. Hold on, let's show that. Can I go back on here any? Oh, a little bit. That was a play FAMU runs right there. That running that running back out the backfield like that. We got a running back right here. I'm pretty sure this guy is going up the wheel. We got this receiver right here. I'm pretty sure he's running a post. He's going to pull that safety and take all their eyes with him. There we go. Got the post. The safety guy's eyes on him. Got around that backer right here. You got the running back right down here on that wheel route. This is what FAMU runs, man. Nice wheel route to the house, man. Some of this stuff translates. Good deep ball. There's something about them Cali QBs, man. I don't just be talking for my pleasure on Twitter, bro. We groom QBs. QBs, pitchers also. Look at MLB. See how many pitchers is from California. From south to north, for real. It's like Dominicans and then Cali niggas. This guy just taking shots on people, though. I ain't gonna lie. He bombing on fools. I like the boy. He bombing on them. And he from Long Beach. Long Beach not L.A., but Long Beach, you know, y'all get your own respect because it's Long Beach. He's throwing some dots all around the field right here. And this is the type of guys that FAMU likes, right? Ready-made guys. Like, they got a little easy bake oven over there for development. So you got to really already know how to play when you go to FAMU. Like, don't come with the glass half full, FAMU. I don't know if you're going to get there. Oh, yeah, nah, he's diamond stuff, man. He throwing dimes. What y'all think, chat? He put in the right place or what, bro? I like the boy Jet Petty. I like him. I like him. Let's pause, though. Pause that. That was crazy. That was insane. But let's check his stats, though, man. Highlights always look better. Look at the boy. Long Beach. Jet Petty, 6'2", 191. The boy from Torrance. Oh, he from Torrance. He from the South Bay. All right, so yeah, modest stats. 6 games played, 621 yards, 5 touchdowns. Let's go through his game log. Let's see. All right, so they played a game against Southwestern. They're in San Diego. They're not very good. 3 for 7. Not much. 6 for 12. All right, you got to watch some stuff. Against Mount San Antonio, the boy was terrible. Let me see if I can scroll down for y'all. Mount San Antonio is a very good team, I will say, to put in context. They're probably the top team in the state, probably top 5 JUCO in USA. Okay, keep it a bug. The Mount Sac is up there. LBCC is up there, but Mount Sac is also up there. So they lost to Mount Sac 70-14. The boy went in there and completed 15 passes out of 41, man. I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I'd love to see the highlights on that game for sure. Looked like he was splitting time this year, though. What happens a lot of LBCC, like, you're not going to see a guy that had, like, 2,000 yards passing because he's splitting time, right? The LBCC attracts a lot of talent, which means everybody can't play at one time. If you got multiple good quarterbacks, they don't want to wait till next year to start playing. They need film this year so they can get out. So put them on the field as best you can, and they did, man. I think the stats don't do the boy justice. Definitely got to watch some full games to get a better look at him, but Jet Petty can go, man. Shout out to Jet. I like Jet Petty. Sign me up. I'm on the Jet Petty train.
I'm with Bryson Martin and Traven Green. You know that's you.
Hold on, man. I forgot what this dude was talking about. We done watch so many highlights. Let's go back a little bit.
I think minus being the president of our university, the second most important seat is the quarterback, and that's a great question. I think that the standard at the quarterback position, especially at Florida A&M, is, the standard is being the all-conference player. When you're the all-conference quarterback, normally you're probably the MVP of the league. In the last couple of years, obviously Daniel Richardson and Jeremy Musa, they fit the bill. But Daniel Richardson being a senior, we had to find a way to figure out who's going to be the next person, right? So I think at the end of the day, we brought in a young man named Tyler Jefferson during January for the springtime. Still felt we needed to get a little bit more, and went and get R.J. Johnson, a young man out of Toledo, and then went and got Jet Petty, a young man who's an All-American at the Cali, at the Cali JUCO level. So doesn't mean that these two guys are guys that are going to be the starters, but there's a certain level and a certain standard that we need at that position. And obviously those are three guys, and going along with Bryson Martin and Traven Green, that's who fills our quarterback room right now. But we're giving them every opportunity to see what's going to be.
Wait, wasn't Austin Hooker supposed to be in this QB room too? Hendon Hooker's little brother? I thought he left from North Carolina A&T and went down to FAMU, if I'm not mistaken. Am I tripping? I'll look it up while you keep talking.
Like I had mentioned earlier, during this, this summer, man, it has been, we have been full throttle with our entire staff, with our entire team. Those are things that we were lacking a little bit last year. So it's excited. We're excited as our team to see what's going to be. But everyone has done a good job of stepping up. We've had different people running with the ones. Maybe one day R.J. Johnson's running with the ones, and the next day Jet Petty could be running with the ones. But I know last year we made a decision the week of, but you could probably look forward to me making a decision sooner, a little sooner as opposed to later like we did last year.
Coach, you start off down in South Florida at Hard Rock. You'll see a MEAC foe and Howard, and everybody wants to be the last team standing in Atlanta at the end. But just talk about what you look for.
Quick update. All right, so I looked up Austin Hooker. The boy Austin Hooker committed back to North Carolina A&T. They let that happen? So he left, took a year at FAMU, was a little backup, and then he went back up to North Carolina A&T. So now I'm saying he committed in January to North Carolina A&T, man. Shout out to Austin Hooker, bro. I mean, I guess he took like a year break up in Florida. I would too. Shit, I feel you.
Forward to ahead, and before we know it, it'll be kickoff.
Well, I look forward to just being with our guys. I think that when you look at how we finished last year, obviously we won 2 straight, but in the middle of the year we hit some bumps, in the road. But January 1 of 2024 compared to our January 1 of 2025, the vision was clear. We knew what we needed to do. There was things that we needed to address, and we could address. Right, being able to go through our entire offseason of lifting and being able to go through spring practice with the full staff. I mean, it's and the guys that we have on staff, right? So, again, I'm never a guy to provide any excuses, but it's definitely a different aura right now as far as where our football team is, where our staff is, where I am as a head coach of this prestigious institution, and we're going in the right direction. But again, our Rattler fan base, the fans.
Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, man. Run me up. It's my first live stream back in about maybe 6 months, man. Run me up.
The position of athletic director at your university is overshadowing the football team. Can you talk about what's going on with that role and where things are currently?
Well, I mean, I think it's been well written as far as what's been going on, with our athletic director right now, but I know she supports us fully as far as what we're trying to get ready to get done. I'm not in a position where I am and as comfortable as I am with as we are up, going through the season or getting ready for the season without AD Suggs' help. So, she's worked diligently for us. I know right now, as I mentioned, she is on leave, but at the end of the day, I know she fully supports what we're doing. Obviously, love for her to be here, right? I know she would, if she could, she'd be here supporting us. But again, we got business to take care of. We're going to control the controllables, and I think some of the stuff that has been going on with our campus has brought our team to be a lot tighter. We can only worry about the things that are in our locker room, and that's how we go about it every single day.
And recently, a former Heisman Trophy winner and your former teammate was hired as the head basketball coach. Can you talk about the dynamics of that?
All right, man. This interview getting all over the damn place. I want to talk about some more football. So he did mention the AD though. They did lose a athletic director, Angela Suggs. Look that up. It's kind of crazy what happened to her, man. Happened in like June. All right, Angela Suggs. Let's go FAMU. Find that. All right, so new affidavit details. Suggs, she was at the casino with it. Ain't no way. New affidavit details FAMU AD Angela Suggs casino spending that previous job. Wait, what? She be blowing the money at the casino? She get the chili and then just blow it at the. No way. All right, let's read this. Hold on. Let's see. Suggs reportedly charged over $23,000 to her FSF card at various casinos between 2022 and 2024. Suggs has been placed on that. What is a FSF card? Chat, do y'all know what that is? What's a SFF card? I have to look that up. Is there like a lookup? Where's the thing? Speech, yeah, look up. Man, look it up, man. What's it? Oh, I got the trial version or something. All right, SFS. SS Free Software Foundation? No, that's not Free Software Foundation, bro. But anyway, she charged 23 racks. I'm assuming this is the company card. To the company card. That's crazy. How you think? How was you finna explain that to anybody? Like, hey, bro, like, I lost my card. You gotta say you lost it, bro. You can't even say you've been using that shit, nigga. Ain't no way. All right, so Angela Suggs charged with their Florida Sports Foundation issued credit card. Okay. 23 times over a 2-year period at casinos, and then claims she used their work card in an error to make purchases, according to probable cause affidavit. Wait. Let me read it again. She was issued a credit card from the Florida Sports Foundation and charged that credit card 23 times over a 2-year period, right? She charged it 23 times, y'all, right? Remember that. 23 times she swiped it and took out $23,000. Nick, that was not a red flag. Every time she was taking out a rack, bro. Does that not make sense? Every time she go play the casino, she take out a rack. Exactly. Every time. Nobody was looking at the numbers like, hold on, man. Every time she go to Louisiana, every time she go to Vegas, like, was nobody asking these questions? This happened for 2 years, so I feel like somebody just snitched. Because I feel like wasn't nobody stopping her. For 2 years, wasn't nobody going to say a damn thing. So somebody must have finally said something. Anyway, according to a probable cause affidavit released June 11th by the Florida Department of Law, Suggs was hired 2024, turned herself into Leon County Jail June 9th on fraud and theft charges dating back to her prior job with the foundation. All right. Suggs was Tallahassee-based nonprofit organization, president and CEO, started in 2017. All right. So I mean, I guess she wasn't stealing money from Florida A&M. She was stealing money from her like nonprofit. But I mean, hey, yo, though, like, what's going on right now? Oh, she made a public statement too. Post on her Facebook page the evening of June 10th. Suggs commented on the case against her, making things clear. The charges recently brought against me are in connection with my previous place of employment and entirely unrelated to Florida A&M University or my current role. I am fully committed to addressing these allegations through the appropriate legal channels. I regret the distraction caused, and I am deeply grateful for the unwavering support, fervent prayers, and continued encouragement I've received during this most difficult time. I remain focused, resilient, and committed to our shared goals, and determined to fulfill our ongoing planned and collective success. I ain't gonna lie, she looked guilty as hell. I ain't even gonna front, G. What y'all think, Chad? I think she guilty, dog. It don't look good. 23 times for 23,000. Like, we just going for the gusto right now. Like, we just like, fuck it, let's try it out. They ain't said nothing yet, G. Like, that's what that sound like. That's insane, man. Man, I wish I could make a play for 23 racks, bro. Put me on, Suggs. Put me on the play. Shit, since you can't run it no more, I can run the play still. I'm green. I'm good. But yeah, if you thought that wasn't a distraction, you out your mind. So I want to get TC Taylor on here too, cause he the go to all this. And did they save him for last or something? I don't even. Oh, here go, bro, right here. All right, I didn't get a chance to listen to any of TC Taylor, so we're gonna listen to TC Taylor together, y'all. See what the boy had to say. He always gonna pop it, and I mean, they the big dogs in the SWAC. Big dogs. All right. We get to some TC Taylor. And after TC Taylor, man, I got to run through all the other stuff, too. We got Norfolk State spring game to look at.
All
We got
right.
Delaware State spring game to look at.
Coach Taylor, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm ripping and running. They pulling me in every direction over here, but right where I need to be right now. How everybody doing?
Let's fix this. Hold on. The mic's still low? I hear it's kind of like mono. Hold on 1 second. Don't worry about nothing. Little mix.
Doing good. We're joined now by TC Taylor, the head coach of Jackson State University, 12-2, 28-7 victory over South Carolina State in the Celebration Bowl, SWAC champs, Black College national champs, and coach, I don't see your ring on, but what was the coolest thing about being the national champ?
Let me answer the first quick. You asked about that ring. You know, I'm running out of ring space on these fingers right now, so that's a good thing. So right now I'm just collecting them like trophies, but it's awesome. It's a blessing right now. I'm just taking all this in today right now. You know, we've kind of moved on from 2024. You know, we know what that season was. It was a special run for Jackson State. It was so important for us to get back to that though, and then get to going into December in that game, taking care of business. So I can't say enough about our team and what they did that day in December in Atlanta. The coaches as well, even the fans showing up. But right now we're just trying to move on, getting ready for this next run. We know a lot of people are eyeing Jackson State, and a lot of teams. These coaches are wanting to chopping it at the bit to go out here and play.
Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good. From that national championship, being on the podium,
that should be a little better.
Guys, and all the excitement, it seems like it has still exuded many of the people, the fans, as well as the football team. But what has been some of the more difficult things and challenges that you guys had to face in preparation going into the season?
If you talk about this 2025 season, correct?
Yes.
Anytime you finish that kind of run, we were able to, put out there last season. And once we're done, I'm already thinking about retention. That's what's important to me. You talk about retention of coaches, retention of these players. We know the layout of college football right now. So my
1 second. Let me get this right for y'all.
was to try to keep as many players off that national championship team, off last year's team as possible. And we brought back some great talent, some guys that really made an impact for our football team last year. I think the culture is already was in place. The culture is the culture. And you're
All right, there we go. We should be straight now.
able to maintain and sustain culture when you're able to have good retention from players and coaches and things like that. And we've done a good job of that.
All right, quick little ad. Boy, TC popping about that. Much better. Yeah, we got a little louder now.
They believe in the JSU brand. So that's why we're so excited going into this season. You know, you talk about Jacoby and Morgan. Anytime you can return a quarterback off a national championship team, a SWAC champion, it pays dividends. You know, the unquestioned leader of the offense that averaged 36 points a game. Jeremiah Williams, who's here with me today, one of the most dominant D linemen I've been around as a player and as a coach. You know, he had opportunities to move on to other places, as well as other names. Travis Terrell, an All-American that was a freshman last year. Jonas Fortier and Reed Pulliam. So it's a player-driven deal.
And coach, how does it feel to be able to launch the HBCU Las Vegas?
I'm not even gonna lie, man. Also, you look at Jackson State, bro. They went crazy on the SWAC All Conference team. Like, hold on, where the All Conference team at? I want to say both their receivers is All Conference, and their quarterback is All Conference. Let's take a look real quick. So if you look at the list, let me know if my mic sounds better, Leak. All right, so we got Jacoby and Morgan up here at quarterback. Oh, let me move myself so y'all can take a look real quick. They got Jacoby and Morgan at quarterback. They got that settled. All right. And you look at wide receivers, they got both the wide receivers also. Nate Rembert, transferred from Mississippi Valley. He's going to be up there. And you got Jonas Fortillion. He's also up there. I've been high on the other receiver they got, Shamar Savage, who I think should have been up there too. He just didn't really have the numbers to do it because Prairie View had a down year. So, really, it's like, ooh, it's kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of tough for a lot of other teams in the SWAC. When you look at, talent and talent retention, Jackson State is like second to none at that with T.C. Taylor as head coach. Like, I remember last year, they had Seven McGee hopped in the portal for like 2 seconds and came right on back. Jackson State got like a hold on, folks. It's like he like Debo or something.
Culture was in place. You know, the culture is the culture, and you're able to maintain and sustain culture when you're able to have good retention from players and coaches and things like that. And we've done a good job of that. Our players believe in me as a coach. They believe in their position coaches. They believe in the JSU brand. So that's why we're so excited going into this season. You know, you talk about Jacoby and Morgan. Anytime you can return a quarterback off a national championship team, a SWAC champion, it pays dividends. You know, the unquestioned leader of the offense that averaged 36 points a game. Jeremiah Williams, who's here with me today, one of the most dominant D linemen I've been around as a player and as a coach. You know, he had opportunities to move on to other places, as well as other names. Travis Terrell, an All-American that was a freshman last year. Jonas Fortier and Reed Pulliam. So it's a player-driven deal.
And coach, how does it feel to be able to launch the HBCU Las Vegas Classic going against Grambling State?
I'm just worried about going to get another opportunity against Mickey Joseph and Grambling. You know, we can't be in the casinos. We can't do none of that. But no, it's great for college football. And let me say that Mickey's a great friend of mine. You know, great football coach doing some good stuff down at Grambling. But we're excited about it. You know, we're excited about it. You know, taking this show on the road, going to a city, Las Vegas. I hear ticket sales are doing real well in that football game. But again, it goes back to what I just said. It's just another. We got to think about the football game. I know the fans are going to enjoy that, though. You know, every time I stop somewhere here in Jackson around the area, people are talking about they already got their rooms booked. I'm getting harassed by my family members. I got a call from my sister and my brother talking about they're struggling to get rooms. But everybody's looking forward to that. And anytime, like I said, on that kind of stage, and then let's say this, 2 historic programs with a lot of tradition.
Man, Jackson State gonna whoop on them. All right, that's enough. I've seen enough of them. I ain't gonna front. I've seen enough. Shout out to JSU. They the big brothers in all this SWAC stuff. You know, you want to talk about SWAC this, SWAC that. The big homies, they the ones that hold it down. So, shout out to them, man. We gonna get into some Norfolk State, Delaware State type stuff now. I want to really get into what the boys have been building over there. What have they been building?
Cinema Line.
I feel like that's the biggest thing about Norfolk and Delaware State is like, okay, the teams aren't ready today, right? Like Delaware State won like 2 games last year. But how will they rebuild? How will they get back to what they've been doing? That's the big question, you know. How can you keep this momentum going? How can you become, you know, one of the top schools? How do you grow into that? So here go Deshaun Jackson, man, talking to the media. This is his first time talking to the media. I want to say my boy Kobe was over here shooting this. Shout out to Kobe. But down there in Delaware, man, let's take a listen to what Deshaun Jackson got to say, and then we're going to watch some of the spring game.
About what you've seen and what kind of progress have you guys made?
And so far, man, we completed the 5th practice today, man. I like the energy so far, man. I mean, you can see a lot of guys, man, are hungry for change, and the culture's changing. It's just, you know, it's breaking old habits. I think a lot of guys are used to it being a certain way for the past year, so. I don't continue to try to go to talking about the past, but we have to address the elephant in the room. So I think guys are holding themselves accountable. They're asked to do things that they've never been done before. So I think that just is the process, man. The process that we're trying to build to get to something that these guys have never reached them heights before. So I mean, it's a great thing, man. I'm enjoying the grind.
How do you like being a head coach? I mean, falling into that role pretty quickly.
Hey, man, honestly, I wake up every day and I love it, man. I enjoy it. I never thought being a player. And playing all these years I played that I would be a head coach and be in this position, but, you know, so far so good, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm waking up. I'm rejuvenated and, you know, just giving back to these young men. And I think the biggest thing is you can see how hard they want to win, you know, how hungry they are. And, you know, some of these guys have come from nothing, so very similarities with, you know, how I was raised and what I grew up, you know, around the environment. So I'm just, you know, trying to do anything and everything I can to help change these young men's lives.
What's the biggest challenge of taking over a Division I football program, you know, especially when you're a first-time coach?
What's the challenge of picking up a Division I football program that's ass? That's what he should have said, man. That program ain't been nothing for like 3 years, dog. It's like trying to make dinner out of some shit in the trash, dog. It's like I just need all new ingredients.
I mean, the biggest challenge I think for me is just getting acclimated with everything. Obviously, at this level, it's a lot of rules, regulations, and it's not even always about the coaching side of it. You know, it's the off-the-field stuff. So just really holding in on all that, but just taking it a day at a time and just not letting it be overwhelming. You know, I'm enjoying it. I think every day I wake up, it's just a new challenge. But, you know, I've been in uncomfortable situations all my life growing up. So I feel like, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So I'm good.
Are most of these guys ones that already been here? It sounds like you got a few transfers in already.
Yeah. Majority of the guys that are here been here. We got probably like four or five guys that are transfer guys. But I think, you know, the guys that are coming in, obviously. It's a lot to work with. We got talent here to work with. I think all across the board is just really getting them guys to challenge themselves, you know.
Yeah, so that's a little bit what Deshaun Jackson got to say about the squad. Sound like he a little hype about it. You know, he named a lot of guys to where it's like, okay, you have some weapons, right? That was the main question about what Deshaun Jackson gonna do down there at Delaware State. Like, okay, do you have the weapons to even compete with teams right now? But Delaware State got a very soft schedule. The boy should be able to get about 5 wins up there without a doubt. But we're going to take a look at that little spring day. Let's see what's going on over here, man. So let me pull it up for y'all. So this spring, not too much happened. I'm going to keep it a buck. It got a little exciting towards the middle. A couple plays made, but it's a lot of defense, man. You know, typical spring game, a ton of
Got him.
So, hold on, who was number 5? I ain't gonna lie, I like that ball he threw just there. Roster 20. And funny enough, like in the MEAC, the only schools that put up their roster is Norfolk and Delaware State. All right, so this was Marquis Adams, man. That's the guy. So he's back around 5 again. Starting quarterback right here just threw a dime.
Got him.
Oof, Jesus. I think I might be coach.
Sprint down, sprint down, sprint. This is quarterback is in on Good job, Barry.
Let's go.
Horse. What to say?
I'm not gonna lie. The dude shooting this missed a couple touchdowns. I think we just missed one right there. Cause bro, what? I swear, like it was like bro caught for like a first down and then celebration.
Wow! That nigga! Whoa! Nigga shoot money with the receiver. The whole time keep going. He's running with the receiver. Go!
Uh-oh, time for the backup. Okay. Hold on, y'all gonna play the rest of the game? Where the rest of it at? I think around here. I ain't gonna lie, they got competitive at the end, man. They wanted to like do like a little playoff thing, like we want to win the game. We want to do overtime, coach, something like that. Good stuff. Ooh, good D. Damn, it ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna lie, this defense low-key suffocating, man. It's only the spring, so we don't even know what the defense really gonna be. Defense usually like 2-3 steps ahead of the offense in the spring. But yo, though, this defense is getting to the ball. Like 11 hats to the ball. You know, like if you play football, you know, the defense coordinator might be like, everybody, all the hats to the ball, everybody to the ball. Bruh, this might be like an example of that. That's like a sack. Like on a sack, everybody's getting to the ball. Like everybody beelining to the ball. I low-key don't blame the cameraman for these bad angles, though. It's probably like 32 degrees right now. No cap. Like, it look cold. Everybody wearing sleeves in this video. Ooh. He dropped that? What was that? Nigga, fumble. Whoa, what are y'all doing? Man, that was good. Why we lag out just there? Let's update that real quick.
A series of 4 plays and that's it. Oh, that's perfect. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Do it from the field. Hold on. Offense, number 5. Let's do it. Yes. Sit down. Don't do it. Score. Take off. You win the game. I know. You don't get this.
And the last couple plays are lagged out. I'll go back for y'all. Shout out to Delaware State, bro. You gotta love it, bro. These dudes is out here playing in like 15 degrees and they want to play some more. Y'all crazy. What we got? Am I missing something? Yeah, I think I am. Let me let's click this. I think I know where it's at though. If y'all not following this Instagram, Victory Spartan 757. It's a fire account, bro. You know how Deion Sanders is doing all that talk. Let's show this first. You know how Deion Sanders have all the social media jumping. That's what they got over here at 757. Everything is jumping, you know. They showing all the content, like day to day, what Coach Vic got to go through, you know, all the different practices around here is definitely good.
Yeah. We are out here outside in Norfolk at the stadium. I am so excited for Coach Vic. Coach Vic. Yes.
Why you calling me Ivy?
I'm in the building.
Because what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, Chuck.
This is hard. I'm gonna fuck with I like the energy. Hella legend.
Hella legend. Something Tyrod Taylor right there. Hold on, that was Tyrod. Hold on. Don't sneak off like that, Tyrod. That's Tyrod Taylor right here. That's Tyrod Taylor. That's an NFL quarterback, man. Former Virginia Tech. Great. Look at the boy. Look, he back there. I don't know why you in front. He need to be in front. I don't know who you are, brother.
So many legends out here.
Where the real Trying to make this money. Spring game. I only seen the practices. But let's go and fast forward. Let's watch the game then. We here. Now, hold on. Y'all gonna notice a dude right here. He wearing number 7. And he played for Michael Vick. It's only one thing that can mean, y'all. It's only one thing that can mean, chat. That mean he a dog. That's what it mean. That mean the boy's a dog. Let's go. That's Israel Carter. California quarterback.
Guys like the move.
Like that? Woo! Play one off the back. I'm going deep. Hold on, bro. I told you he a guy. Off the back.
Guys like the move.
Play one, take a shot. I like that. Out the huddle. Another scene right. And it was pass interference. How you get toasted in this pass interference? If I'm passing interference, you ain't getting up. You're not going to have a chance to catch the rock, Easy. That's 6. Look. Remember this boy right here, okay? That Mike Vick holding him? Yeah, nah, look. Remember, that was Mike Vick holding him. Remember this kid right here, Israel Carter. He's a guy. He only lost 2 games in high school. No, he only lost 3 games in high school. 2 of the games he lost was to Mater Dei. The other team was in the playoffs. Right? They lost in the playoffs one year, lost to Mater Dei twice. That's the type of guy you're talking about right there. Mater Dei is currently ranked number 1.
I see how they get on tone up there too.
They're 1 and 2.
Can you please just hear me out? No.
What type of player Israel Carter is, man? The boy Izzy got skills. And his skills is something I think is going to translate to the next level. I'm seeing some of these throws. The touch he got on him, like, he got hit.
One hand shot. Hey, that's better. That's better. Hold your damn well. That's better. Who's the left guard? Let's go, Ola. Hey, coach, we're gonna need 1 minute. Coach.
I want to play around, but I don't want to settle down.
Hey, no, running back out of Hampton, Virginia, named Jalen White. That boy is cold. Red shirt senior. He's cold.
Hey, you got PI?
A lot of male finding right there. Make sure you get your season tickets now. Season tickets now. Please get your season tickets. The gold standard, baby. For $4.99 a month. You are investing in the gold standard. You're investing in greatness. Invest now.
Hey, Steve. You tired, bro. KG, you up. You tired. Hey, come here. Hey, Steve. Hey, what we doing? Get back. Dumbass shit. Hey, strike that freaking ball. Let's get hot. Hey, bro. Let's get it hot. 37.
Push though, already. Look at the O-line. Look like where they don't move at all. All right, look where they start standing at, right? Yeah, hold the mouse on there. Look where they start standing. Nobody pushes forward at all. I get it. It's like a zone push play, but like, bruh, like there's no push. Everybody's in the same spot. Like, are we pass blocking? Are we gonna drive anybody? Dropped it. Tough. Shit. That's tough. One second, y'all. I'm on freezer. Quick ad right here. This Norfolk State team, man, they got something, man. Couple players out there, a couple guys that can really do some stuff. It's pretty good.
I can tell over there. Oh, let's go.
What? Huh? Bro, what?
Missed that.
I'm trying to tell you some sometimes you put the backups in and they just start wilding. Cause bro, what was the quarterback threw it directly to the boy, the corner. He didn't surrender. It's in his hands right now. I don't know what the cameraman doing, but the ball is in the boy's hands.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go.
Come on, bro. What are you good for?
Oh, let's go.
Man, why are we paying you?
Damn, I missed that.
Locked up.
Stop the blitzers! Hey, Don, go get it, Don.
Hey, bro, who is playing for this man, dog? What?
Hey, Don, go get it, Don.
Bro, I'm gonna tell. Oh man, what? I'm gonna tell you a couple things about this route that surprised me. Number one, I know this receiver is a guy. Look at the mouse. He didn't leave no room on the sideline to run this route or make this catch. He left no room for himself. What do I mean by that? Look where his position is, right? You can't really see it. All right, look where his position is. He is on top of the numbers right here at the start of his route, right? 5 yards in, we're at top of the numbers. When he makes this catch, we're going to see where he is.
Hey, Don, go get it, Don.
He is on top of the sideline. He went from up here to down here, right? Because all he wants is for the boy to throw it up to him. He just want to create some space, get downfield, and just throw it up.
Hey, Don, go get it.
A little bit of space, just throw it up.
You've been moused!
The boy, the DD got to take his jersey
You got the sun so low. I said, bro, who is this?
That's it, y'all. End of scrimmage. So,
that, you know, saw me coming up and the way they embraced me, it just, I don't know how to put it in words. I don't know. It's just,
Gotta make you feel good.
It's a beautiful feeling. It's just it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? Like I saw his aura. Maybe they see that when it come to me. You know what I mean? Like it's a beautiful feeling just to be out here and see all the people out here just embracing Mike and what he trying to do and Nova State. You know what I mean? Just I'm here. Like this is my, I ain't gonna curse. This is my thing. Like I want to be a part of this. I want to have a lot to do with this.
Get your season tickets yet, man?
I don't think I need none.
You don't need none. You don't need none.
You definitely don't need none.
Right on. I take it back. Long as me and Mike, like, hey, and the people here at this school, for them to embrace me the way they embrace me, it's just, man, it's beautiful because they don't have to. They don't have to embrace me like this. You know what I mean? I'm from the other side of the water. You know what I mean? But I guess my love for my city and my state, Karen, you know what I mean? I open this up. So I'm just happy, man. It's just a blessing, man. It's just what God do. You know, He's been doing it for me for a long time. You know what I mean? Like my ups and downs.
All right, I don't think he's talking about football no more. But there's a couple more scrimmages that we could take a look at, man. Let's see. The second live scrimmage. This one got some stuff.
Performance, durability, affordability.
All right, relax, bro. Okay, so this scrimmage was pretty good too. They did some 7-on-7 stuff that was nice. So, we're taking a good look at Norfolk State right here, but yeah, they didn't start this scrimmage till like later, I think. Second scrimmage. This one must be like the first one. I think it's a different one, actually. I haven't seen this one. Run the tape. Let's get it.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir, man! Stay on their ass! Stay on their ass! 19! Ball, hey, don't take the ball to the sideline.
Something like that. We got to square back up.
I think there's no doubt that Norfolk State going to win this year. Every play they are screaming, get on the ball. Every fight, get on the ball. It's like a team effort. That's what I'm saying.
Good pick up. Good ball.
Good ball.
Look at that pass, man.
Good pick up. Good.
Hello.
Good bird.
Oh my
Good ball.
God. Bro, what are we watching right now? What are we watching right now? What are we watching right now? The boy playing for Michael Vick. He wearing number 7. He threw like a slider just then. Bruh. We seen him throw the bomb. Izzy Carter is the real deal. He the real deal. This is past like some high school. He used to be good. He got some stars. No. He is good today. Like right now. Real life. It ain't no buffer period in how good he's going to be. He's straight.
Good bird.
Good ball.
Run the ball. Good pick up. Good bird. Good pick up. Good bird.
Good ball.
Run the ball.
Good ball.
They put it in slow-mo. Come on, man.
Bird.
Good ball.
Take one. Ah, we blew it. Hey, who did we say?
Hey, look. It's little things, man. I'm always saying all the little things because I really play ball. But, like, look at this DN right here. He is so scared of Izzy Carter and his threat to run or make him look silly, he damn near just gives up on the whole play. Like that whole back, look, you gotta see in real time. He hesitates. DNs don't usually hesitate. I don't think it's because he got a red jersey. Look, he got a free release at the quarterback. Free release. Hesitate still. Boy, Izzy Carter, he demands respect, bro. Straight up. And I respect it.
where we sliding? Which way we sliding? Pocket. All right, go get. Yes, sir!
Oh. Hey, they got some receivers that gonna get that thing, yo.
Pocket. All right, go get. Yes, sir!
I'm liking this Norfolk State team, yo. I'm starting to like the wings at Norfolk.
Red Bull Zero. Zero sugar, 100% wing.
I'm not just like, oh man, the highlights. No. These highlights are happening in the first spring practices. Not in the fall, not year 2 or 3, and year 1. And in the second, third month of practice, these boys out here mossing each other, making good interceptions. We got a quarterback throwing sliders and underarm passes in the first month. Do you see what I'm getting at? By the time we get to the fall, some of these teams are not going to want to see Norfolk, bro. They're not going to want to see it.
You supposed to make plays, man.
Can't see it.
Pocket. All right, go get. Yes, sir! All right, go get. Which way we sliding? Pocket. All right, go get. Yes, sir!
Touchdown. Strike up the band.
Hey, we gonna find the ball. Find the ball.
Super tough.
You supposed to make plays, man. What we supposed to do? It's up, back it up.
Our receivers.
Coaches, back it up. We're not in.
Capital Heights Beer.
Yeah.
And if you're watching right now, don't forget to like my stream, like the stream, support the Lace Up Podcast. I like this team. I'm a fan. Put me on the bandwagon. Say what you want to say, man. I like this team a lot. I'm rocking with them. Chat, y'all like Norfolk? Y'all like Norfolk? I feel like Norfolk might have something. I honestly do. I honestly feel like when you look at teams with first-year head coaches, or you look at the teams and where they're supposed to be at right now and today, this team is ahead of the curve. They are ahead of the curve. They're very far past Delaware State for sure, because Delaware State had less talent to work with from the beginning. Sure. Norfolk State's a much stronger team. Sure. But when you really think about the players that they added, like Israel Carter and the wide receivers like Kamari Gray, it's only going to get harder, man. It's only going to get tougher, in my opinion. And there are so many times where you look at a team and it might be like a new squad, and you're like, man, I'm not really sure about this new squad. I don't really know what they can really do. I'm not sure if I can trust these certain players, whatever. Hold on, why my mic sound like that? 1 second, let's mute that. Yeah, how that sound? That sound a little better. Should be much better now. Yeah. But yeah, and I think the team only gets better from this, bro. I think only the sky's the limit for them. When you look at a team like Norfolk, you look at what Mike Vick got going on, you gotta think that he's gonna attract talent, and then next you gotta think how is he gonna develop that talent. Well, right here, I don't know what these coaches telling these players, but they playing with that fire. They're playing with real fire right now. A lot of these Norfolk State players playing like they got a chip on their shoulder. You can tell competition season is going in full strength right now, and there's almost no way you can look at this Norfolk State team and think that they're going to be a pushover. Like I looked at their schedule. Let's go through their schedule right now. When I went through their schedule, I said, man, this is gonna be a tough year for Norfolk. Anybody that be in the chats with me, man, y'all be knowing. I say what's up when I'm in these when I watch these podcasts. But after the past couple of weeks, I'm starting to look at Norfolk a little bit different, bro. Norfolk looking at them a little bit different. So week 1, they play against Towson. Let me move my screen so y'all could take a good look at everything that's going on right now. But they played Towson week 1. Towson, I'll take them out. They really ain't nothing. Last year, they couldn't get it done. They won like 3 games or something like that. This going to be at home. So I got Norfolk winning that game. Virginia State, I got Norfolk beating the hell out of Virginia State. Rutgers, I don't think they can beat Rutgers. I think they have a chance against Sacred Heart. Wagner, I think they can get Wagner. This Hampton game is up for grabs to me. I think Hampton has a very good squad. They have a very big squad. Like lineman is all like 6'6". And you got Isaiah Freeman at quarterback, which is he's also a dog. So that's gonna be a tough game. Wolford, not sure if they can win that one. But then you go into MEAC play after that. South Carolina State, Delaware State, North Carolina Central, Morgan State, Howard. I got Howard winning about 4 games this year. They are pretty bad, man. They are in trouble this year. 2 wins, over under 3 wins for Howard this year, straight up. But if you just go through the schedule, you take a real good look at it. I'm seeing, let's count them out. 1, 2, 3. It's possible. I don't think Wagner's that good either. 4 wins through non-conference. That works. Probably don't beat South Carolina State. Probably beat Delaware State. Probably don't beat Central. Morgan State, and that's another wobbler. But they can score it, so I got them being Morgan State, got them being Howard. That's about 7 games. I got them winning about 7 games. I would not be surprised if the Norfolk State team came out with a chip on their shoulder. I'm sorry, I got the hiccups, man. 1 second. Ooh. What's that old trick, Mom? You say you got to hold your breath for like 30 seconds? Get rid of the hiccups? But, hey, yo. This schedule, I can see Norfolk winning around 7 games. I don't see any reason why they can't. I think that Mike Vick is actually building something. This is not like for show. This is not like for like the aesthetics or like, oh, just because I know Allen Iverson, I told him to pull up. No. Mike Vick told his friends to pull up because he wanted to show them how good of a team he got. He ain't telling them to pull up like, hey, y'all just pull up, come check us out. That did not happen. He told them to pull up because they got a squad. Let's take a look at some Israel Carter highlights, man. I like the boy. I've been following him, bro, for a little bit. This past year, at least, since he's been on the radar and been doing his thing. Everybody got huddle highlights. These highlights are from 2022. Just to put in perspective for y'all, but y'all saw what the boy do in real life. So don't act like that. Do not act like that. He could really do this. So, here go my boy Israel Carter. This is full season highlights. This is Israel Carter getting busy. Whoa. Play 1? It's like that on play 1? RPO keep to the hurdle? Man, he's a redshirt freshman at Norfolk. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, 4 more years of stuff like this. Dime. He's another guy that throws with his feet underneath him, man. You got to love that. When somebody throws with their legs, they got correct mechanics. Stuff you don't have to teach in college. A lot of guys have to be taught some of these things, or at least need their mechanics tweaked in order to be successful in college. But This guy's got great mechanics. And his running ability. We haven't even seen his rushing ability yet, man. I think that's probably the sneakiest part about his attack. The fact that he throws the ball super well, but he can run the ball at an efficient clip, man. He's not put his shoulder down and put your helmet to helmet, and he's not that. He'll get around you, but he's very elusive. He's almost slippery because he never keeps his feet, he never stops his feet. They always keep running. They always keep running. Still looking downfield, man. Like he makes a lot of mature plays for a high schooler. So I think in college, he's gonna really show us something. And I would be wrong to put him in my top QBs, my QB top 10, but you gotta look at the materials. Like look at the materials, bro. Look what he's doing to these teams. I know he's gonna do a lot of this at Virginia State too, man. I think I figured that stuff out with my mic too, y'all. I think I had the internet volume a little too loud. That's all that was. This dude Israel Carter gonna meet him in the end zone. Do y'all see this? Are y'all watching what I'm watching right now? Israel Carter just met the running back in the end zone. All right. Israel Carter, as y'all see the arrow, follow him. He gives the ball. I got it with the arrow right here. He's running down now. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the boy. Look at him. Now he's going to go high-five his friend after a 95-yard touchdown. I don't need to see no more, man. This dude is putting on the money for everybody. I love how when he puts his foot down and goes, that level of quickness is too much for any D lineman. He can't even react fast enough to this guy moving upfield. Fucking moon ball. You don't score that. Izzy. Little RPO. Slant flat action. That's money. Money, I got it. He's got a great touch too, man. His arm has really gotten stronger since he came up. Man, but we just did 2 hours and 46 minutes on the stream though. What's up with that? You know what I mean? What's up with that? It's your boy first time back streaming. Hold on, where the music at, man? We back, man. Where my Come on. Y'all look, I ain't got no papers. I'll roll up right now. Think I care? I don't. Still lit. We back, baby. We not playing. 3 hour stream, episode 1. What's the deal? Hold on, man. Run that back. Hey. Let's get it, baby. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. Shout out to y'all, though, for real. Mike still lit. That's how he did it. Oh, it's a left hand, huh? out here. The boy, I'm getting tired. I ain't gonna lie. I stay on until I get tired. So at the 3-hour mark, I will respectfully bow out. We're gonna try to hop back on live again tomorrow. We might go during the day, man. I appreciate y'all. We got like 8 people up in here, man. Shout out to y'all. It's 12:52.